Welcome back, fellow hobbyists. Let's get into this little axe project I decided I thought I needed to do. We got this axe that somebody beat up pretty bad on the bit, but the rest of the axe, I mean, you can still see, there's still focus. Yeah, look at that. You can still see the original milling marks, and yeah, little Woodslasher, Kelly Woodslasher, nice head, deserves to be put back to work, maybe. We'll see. So what we're gonna do, this is gonna be multi-part video series. We're gonna have to, I should have just showed you this while I was standing up. We're gonna reprofile that bit. I think we're pretty darn close on that line, so we could come down a little on this side. We'll see, but we gotta reprofile that. We're gonna clean up that rust. The pole is essentially perfect. We'll just maybe knock the edges off of that. Then we'll put it in the forge. We'll edge harden. We're not gonna harden the whole thing. We'll just edge quench it. We'll just edge quench it back. Maybe a little further than they did, because now we're losing a lot of bit. But you know, somewhere in there, we'll get it there. This is a piece of juniper that, for those of you not around here, a lot of people around here call it cedar, but it's actually juniper. It smells wonderful. It's got a little purple in it. This is a limb. It's not actually a log, so you know, I don't know what kind of integrity we have. There's wormholes, a whole bunch of knots, but we're gonna do it anyway. Most of my boys' axes don't get swung. They're a great size, they feel great, they look great, but I don't use them. I don't, you know, so I figure, what the heck, let's just do it. This thing's been around here for 3 or 4 years now, and it's too nice to let it just sit, so whatever, you know, we're gonna put it together. I think we'll start with the handle, because on this project, this is the most suspect piece we've got. It's rough. It's dried nice. It's got it's got more than a problem or two. So first thing we'll do is we'll cut the pattern out that I've got drawn on there. And I've left this, I'm not gonna cut that off. That gives us something to put in the vise. Kind of like when you're forging, you got that little piece of metal sticking off the end you can get a hold of. That way I can put that in the vise, and you know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but let's get set up out there by the bandsaw. Hopefully it keeps running. It's about to blow a belt, and I keep forgetting to get a new one, so we'll do what we can, and then we'll plane this dude down a little bit, try to get her to thickness, and see what we end up with. And if this doesn't work, we'll just go find some wood and we'll make it. We'll finish this series. Don't worry about it. All right, let's give her a go. We got our handy dandy Harbor Freight light. We got our other light. I think we're good. Hopefully this dude will run long enough to let us cut this out. Well, the blade's not turning. That's not a good sign. So let's move you over here and we'll take a look at that belt in there. Is that what isn't turning? So I turned it off of those wore out spots. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't recommend doing things like this. Just fix it right. Hopefully we can make this work. If not, we'll just do it all with the draw knife and whatever we got to do. So let's see, are we gonna go? You know, I'm just gonna tell you right now, that is not cutting good. We'll just do it with a draw knife. In a minute. Okay, we're gonna try it this way. We'll get the draw knife out and see what we can do. Never tried to use a draw knife to move this much wood, but I would guess it'd work. I love this old thing, this old king cutter. It will remove a lot of wood, and I better be careful. Almost got to our line right there, so let's pay attention. There we go. So that's going to want to break out because of the grain up here. So we're going to have to work this end down a bit. It's not a draw knife when you're pushing it, I guess, but still works, don't it? I won't profess to be an expert at how to use these old tools. But if I put that bevel up, I almost can't get this thing. I mean, it cuts too aggressive, so maybe this is the way it's supposed to be used. I don't know. I'm sure it's not meant to be pushed, but with the bevel down, it seems to work a lot better for me. I hope we can, because there's some nice little purple stuff gonna show up. It'd be really, really cool if we could use it. All right, let's stop right there for a minute. See where we're at. There's our line. We'll take this out, maybe work on that a little bit, and then we'll plane this guy down and try to get it flat on both sides and see where a good center is. There we go. See if we can get a handle out of it. You can see how I'm kind of scooping at, it's wanting to tear out around these knots, and you know, if you scoop, at least you can break it out and not end up getting a tear that goes way beyond what you can clean up, you know. Yeah, kind of like that. Telling stories. Do we think there's an axe handle in there? I think there is. I've been wrong before. Let's find out. Do a little check here. Don't want to take too much off of there. We are right there for our blank. You guys see that? Zoom you in. Whoop, did I move you? No, you're good. So we are right there. I can't take any more off of that top. We'll just have to put the eye on there and hopefully it works out for us. Oh, this is scary. The project. Get the little spoke shave out. Clean out the chips that I left in it from the last time. Let me show you why I wanted to use this wood. Look at those beautiful purples that are going to show up for us if this works out. Juniper is lovely wood. It's not a hardwood, so, you know, not necessarily good handle wood, but we're just doing whatever we want to do anyway. That's what we do here. That is what we do here. Let's work a little closer to the... Yeah, I think we got a handle. This is going to disappear as we round this, and that's thick for a boy's axe. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what the old number 6 Stanley does here. You can always draw that pattern back on there, right? Tear out down there, but that's beyond our handle, so we're okay with that. A little tear out here, a little there. We're just gonna try to square it. It's pretty darn good. We don't have to be perfect. A lot of stuff we can do along the way. Yeah, that's right where you want to knot if you're going to swing it, but you know, we're good. Wormholes. Wormhole, wormhole. Yeah, wormhole, we're good. So we'll just call this video stock preparation. Don't want them to be too long. We'll make 8 videos if we got to. I know I don't have time to sit down and watch a 130-minute video. Probably not the time span, attention span, not time span, attention span, but yeah. We'll break this one up right now and call it a video. Let's do that. So we'll grab the pattern. I'll show you about where we're at. Whoop, flip it over. So that was about there. We don't need nearly this much up here. We got this. It's going to be what it is. We're going to take part of this off, and we'll be able to put that knob in there. We'll thin her down, figure out how thin it needs to be, and we'll start shaping it. Start putting the shape on the eye. So, I love them chips. Anyway, you guys, thanks for showing up. Like I say, we'll try to break this up, make them short, to the point. This one's over 20 minutes already. Hopefully when I get done, we'll be around 10 with a little editing. I say so many wonderfully philosophical, great things. I hate to cut them all out, but I will for the sake of time. So, you know, I'm just kidding. I just talk a lot. Doesn't mean anything. So, just remember, you know, as we're going throughout our day, you never know what the other guy's up against. So treat everybody with kindness and respect. It's all we can do. It's the best we can do, and it's something we should just do. So be kind, be strong, work hard, and above all, go out and get you some.